To master foundational shooting techniques, you need a couple of things. For accuracy, trigger control is what you should be worried about, that dry practice. For recoil management, you need to understand what is going to be successful for you when it comes to stance and grip. Semi-athletic stance, weight on the balls of my feet. That's all I need to do with my legs or my lower body. Now my upper body needs to work in tandem with my lower body. So if this is my stance and my posture, look at where my shoulders are in relation to my hips. I would call this neutral. I would call this positive. I want you to be positive. What I'm going to do is, starting from the ground up, I'm going to evaluate my stance first. My feet slightly offset, weight on the balls of my feet, shoulders forward of my hips. Then what I'm going to do is establish my two-handed grip. I'm going to do that right in front of me so I can look at it.
I want to be able to move quickly off that stance. At the same time, I want to be comfortable. I want to be balanced as well. Easiest way to do that by simply dropping my dominant foot back just a little bit. That offers me more of that balance backwards and forwards.
These are 50-50 partners in this relationship. We advocate a thumbs forward grip, and this is the space I'm trying to fill with this hand. If you look at it again, objectively, it almost looks like that should fit right there. Yes, because it does. How the gun was designed to be shot. My thumbs are forward. Look at where they are in relationship to the gun. My thumbs are touching the gun. This is what right looks like.
Aim at the lower left-hand circle, lower left-hand circle, 2 rounds.
The next thing I'm going to do while I'm still looking at the gun is I'm going to start touching the trigger and seeing where that slack point is. I want to know what that feels like, and I want to look at it. So I have a visual representation and the tactile feel of it. I'm not going that far. All I'm doing is touching it, prepping it to see where that wiggle room is. That slack I need to manage. So once I get a feel for it, okay, I'm good. I'm going to take my finger off the trigger. Continuing with my stance, good grip. I'm going to aim in at a blank space on the target, something white. I'm going to align my sights. Now, staring at my front sight, like we talked about in the classroom, that tritium dial, making sure it's in the rear notch. I'm going to touch the trigger, take the slack out. When I get to the wall, I'm going to continue with the press, and I'm watching what happens to my front sight post as I press. It shouldn't move. If one hand works harder than the other, I run the risk of the stronger hand overpowering the weaker hand. And if one is higher than the other, just from a basic leverage standpoint, the hand that's higher will eventually take over the hand that's lower. If you put more muscular tension into the gun than is needed to facilitate success, you're going to wear yourself out. Sustainability matters. So whatever stance and grip work for you, in the back of your mind, you should be asking yourself, can I sustain this for one full magazine without having to adjust anything?
Good stance, good grip. I'm going to aim it. I'm going to put everything together. I'm going to try to cut my target in half. All right? So line up my sights. Nice smooth press to the rear. That's what you're trying to do. All right?
As a base level understanding of what you need to do to be successful, stance and grip are keys to success.